So watching Prime Morning. It's time for the big interview. This woman never ages. I don't know how she does it, but since she's into the beauty industry, she has all the secrets to let us know how we'll still be young. You know, some of us have 25 and we don't want to age, but we've been patronizing her business for over 20 years. So when I knew Auntie Faustina, I was quite young. Take a look at her profile video, and when we come back, we'll definitely be talking to the CEO and owner of First Choice Beauty Salon.
Mrs. Faustina Adofo Adjagar has over 25 years' experience in the beauty industry, in which her expertise, skill, and accomplishment are regarded as exceptional by her competitors in Ghana. Mrs. Adjagar, a highly revered beauty consultant, is the founder and CEO of First Choice Hair and Beauty. She has led First Choice Hair and Beauty to be the market leader in virtually every aspect of beauty treatment. Under her stewardship, First Choice has become the largest and the most capable one-stop shop beauty service provider in the country. It is now the most preferred choice of many discerning customers. Mrs. Adjagar was voted the most respected CEO in cosmetology at the Ghana Industry CEO Awards. While her area of specialization is hair styling, hair cutting, hair coloring, and hair treatment, indeed, everything that has got to do with health of hairs of all types. Her exemplary entrepreneurial and professional accomplishments are the result of outstanding talent, unwavering commitment, diligence, and unflagging sheer hard work, added to both the entrepreneurial spirit and extraordinary management capacities with regards to both human and material resources. She began her career with training at Top Model Beauty Salon as an apprentice in the early 1990s after her secondary school education at Nkoko in the eastern region of Ghana. After almost 2 years of working experience at Top Model Salon, she started her own salon called First Choice Hair and Nails Design at Songo Junction off the Kanishi-Kolebu Highway in Accra, Ghana in August 1997. This is what she has, over the past 2.5 decades, transformed into Ghana's truly world-class beauty facility, First Choice Hair and Beauty. She deservedly has been conferred with several awards, the two most recent being the 2018 Most Outstanding Female Personality in Beauty by the Business Executives magazine and 2018 Ghana Fashion Honors Award by the National Commission on Culture. She is also a member of the Professional Beauticians Association, PBA USA, due to her passion for seeing other young individuals, especially women, get into gainful employment and living a self-sufficient life. She has also trained and groomed about 600 beauticians over the past 25 years. Faustina's desire for value placed on continuous education has led her to further get herself trained in new techniques in the beauty and cosmetology industry. She has been trained in and learned new techniques in maintaining good and healthy hair, hair cutting and styling techniques, hair coloring and treatment techniques, and the likes in Germany, United Kingdom, Italy, and the United States. She is a regular attendant of the beauty trade shows, fairs, and summits such as Bruna Bros International Beauty Show, Cosmoprof North America, IBS New York, Cosmoprof Worldwide Bologna, and etc. Mrs. Faustina Adofo Adjagar is married with 3 children and adeptly combining her professional and domestic duties. She is a Christian by faith and devotedly worships at the International Central Gospel Church, Christ Temple.
So I'm here with Mrs. Faustina Adjagar, and she's the CEO and founder of First Choice Beauty Salon. I know you've seen her profile video and you're surprised. So as I was watching, I was asking her a few questions. She's been in this industry for 30 years.
Yes, I'll be 30 this year.
30 this year. In the beauty industry.
Yes, in the beauty industry.
You started off with so many people, but they are not where you are today. What has been your secret?
Okay, I would say God. If you depend on Him, everything works together for your good. So I have been in the beauty industry for 29 years. I'll be 30 this year. First Choice is 26. We celebrated our 25th anniversary last year. And I didn't invite you. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Anyway, so I actually started alone. It was First Choice Hair and Nails because that is what I learned.
Yeah.
I learned, hairdressing and, nail fixing. And it was just stick on, those days it was just stick on. So I was actually doing everything myself and also fixing off lashes because that's what I learned. I was in top model for 2 years. The profile just said it. And I helped my boss for a year. And with the help of my uncle, my dad, I was able to open my first shop in Kaneshi Zongodanshe. So I started doing everything myself. I remember when I started, so when you are opening a shop, everybody give you the impression of, I will come, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when I started for the first month, it was so bad because I'll go and sit in the salon alone. And sometimes I'll go and sit in the salon alone from morning till evening and...
Nobody comes in?
Yeah, nobody comes in.
Did you have any workers? Or
no, I didn't. I just, those days you had just finished and you have to open a shop.
So you had one hair dryer and all?
Those things that I don't even want to go there.
Tell us about it.
Yeah,
what was in your salon?
It was, some 2 used hair dryers with ovens, and some colors and used shampoo units and all that. So I actually started with used, equipment, and I'm not really proud of saying those things because, that is what I had and that is what I started with. And the first month, as I said, was a bit rough. Was so rough. I'm someone that would like to, see things going on, working all the time, because that's what I was doing at Top Model. And so when I opened the shop, I thought I would be doing the same thing. I would be getting people coming to me, but unfortunately, I didn't really get to understand what I was going to do.
Right.
You understand? I didn't have any marketing background. It's not like these days that, you open a shop, you just
go on
have
social media and all.
Social media, working for you. It was just you, your dryers and your shampoo units and you're good. But I think God has really been so good. The first month was rough, the second month wasn't good, but the third month was a bit okay.
So how did people start hearing about you? How did it all happen? Because if you used to go there, nobody coming in and you're sitting there crying, let's talk about your very first client. Do you remember the first time you had a first client?
I do not remember the first client.
But when did it all start where you started having people coming in? Okay,
so I would go and sit there from morning till evening. I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't close my shop because I have said to myself, something must happen. So even when I go to the salon and I'm not doing anything, I don't just, lock the shop and go home. I'll just sit there, cry, and go home. I'll wait till 8 p.m. before I leave. I get there as early as 7, sometimes even earlier, and I will stay through. And, so, I remember there was this lady that I used to do her hair for her in Top Model, who gave me the assurance that when I open my shop, she will come. I remember calling her one day, and she was giving me, flimsy excuses. I said, God, please, this is you and me. You are the only one I have. Please make it happen for me. And I didn't have any friend. I didn't have anyone, that I can talk to. I remember there was this guy who also has a shop close to mine, who will come once in a while. Uncle Kobe, I call him Uncle Kobe. You come once in a while when you see me, sitting down quietly, he will come and say, "Oh, why? That kind of thing." Or sometimes he will be talking to me, I will still be crying, but I didn't give up. I still kept myself, and I was hopeful, even though sometimes there are a lot of doubts, but I was hopeful that something would happen.
So did you devise a marketing strategy?
Did I do what?
Devise a marketing strategy.
I just told you I didn't have anything
Nothing.
like that. No.
So people just started coming in.
Yeah, people just started coming in because you see, yes, with prayer and determination, you can't just pray and leave it. That is why I wasn't leaving the shop. I have to stay because I would have said, "Oh, nothing is happening, so let me just close this shop." But I wasn't doing that.
Your style has been very unique. Very unique. I think that has been one of your strongest marketing points. I was telling you where I used to come to, the one at traffic lights, the Kaneshie traffic lights.
The Kaneshie one,
yes.
one.
And you're saying that's your third branch?
Oh, yeah. The first one was in Zongo Junction, Kaneshie Zongo Junction. The second one was in Mataheko, and the third one was the one you just mentioned.
And this place is what? How many years ago? The third one? That was your most popular at a point.
Yeah, the Pamprom one.
The Pamprom one.
Where people will come and queue, and people will be insulting us, saying a whole lot of things about me. What is happening? What is she using to do this? That
people thought you were using juju.
Oh, it's normal. I mean, they thought I was using juju because what at all that you do. I mean, I remember a certain woman that I respected. So I still respect her anyways because she said that out of ignorance. When I was in Mataheko, she came one day. She used to come there with her friends. So she told me point blank, because she looked at the way I dressed and all that, and she's thinking, you should have gold and all that, why do you look like this? I'm like, why was she saying that to me? But later, I really thought about it. I'm like, she said that out of ignorance. Because I can't work and use everything on myself. Like, I mean, how? Yes, and
right.
You get 1,000 cedis to buy a shoe, 500 cedis to buy a watch, and all. No, I'm not like that. I respect people who do that, but I am not like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't really allow those things to sink because I knew who I
and you knew what you wanted.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about how the numbers came in. I'm very interested in it because there was a time that I came in around 7 a.m. and I left there at 11 p.m.
People will come and queue us for Christmas.
I left, Christmas time. Yeah. I left around 11 p.m. Got home at 12 midnight. My parents were very worried at that time.
Sorry about that.
Anyways. And I was wondering, but your style was very different. Was it that somebody would say, I went to church, I sowed a seed to God and told God that this is what I'm looking for, or it's just, how you were relating with people?
Yeah, I think it was how I related with people. And you see, you can't bribe God to do things for you. In as much as Christians, we know we have to, give seeds and all that. You don't use that to bribe God. Okay. He expects you to also do something because he's invested so much in you. So you can't just, think you are bribing him to do everything for you. Do you understand? If you have to get up and go, you have to get up and go. If you have to respect people, do that. Do you understand? Work on your emotional intelligence. Don't just do things anyhow and expect things to just happen because you have prayed and so. No, it doesn't work like. I don't know. Maybe it works for people in that way, but it hasn't. I wouldn't even try. Yeah, because I believe in what God can use us for. Right. I don't really believe in trying to
bribe God.
Yeah. How? I mean, he knows everything about you. Before you even prayed, he knew it. So why do you think you have to do so much for him to do something for you? He's a loving God. Yeah. But hey, our understanding is different.
The times that you used to hear people say that you were using juju and all of that, how did that make you feel?
Oh, someone even said, she met me under the sea. I'm like, so when you met me under the sea, what was I wearing? Dress or what?
Make sure that they see.
Yeah, so a lady came. A lot of people have said so many things about me, but I am here. I thank God I'm here. And I thank God I didn't give up. I thank God I didn't really allow it to sink.
Yeah.
That is why I'm sure you are seeing the manifestation of what God can do.
Yeah.
So I was working on a client who was, a friend. Yeah, so when I was working on her, a lady walked in. Apparently, that lady was a hairstylist. She had a salon. And when she walked in, the lady that I was working on said, what is this lady, looking for? Can you ask her to leave your salon? Like, how? Or
yeah.
No, that's why I'm here. It's not really the sika. I have to serve her.
Yeah.
I said, if you know what this lady has said about you in her salon to me, you wouldn't say what you just said. I'm like, what did she say? She said, yes. I'm like, this is just, wait. Firstly, please ask this lady to leave your salon. So I'm just telling you this because you just asked me, a lot of things have been said about me, but it's not me trying to put them wrong, but it is what I believe I can do and what God can do.
So it never worried you when you heard it?
Oh, it did when it got to where my staff started saying this to me. I remember when I opened the one at Sakumono, a barber that I used to work with came to me one day and said, sister, so can we go to Adom FM? That time Adom FM, they had just opened Adom FM. Can we just go to Adom FM and tell the public that you are not like this? So when a staff, tells you this, it got me thinking, why? All this I'm doing, so they didn't even see my struggle. They didn't even know what I went through. Why are they saying all these things about me? So it got me thinking, actually, I don't have to mention names, when this guy told me that. So I said, Lord, please, I know you are the one doing this. Can you help me to stand? I remember I also went to church one day and Pastor Otabel, I'll mention his name because I'm proud of him. He actually preached and was a come fly with eagles. So it really got into me, and I said, okay. So I discussed it with a few of my staff, and we got an eagle.
Okay.
Yes, and we pasted it on. Not in front of the salon, but when you enter on top.
Right.
So we pasted it there, and for me, my pastor had preached, and I was so motivated, and I'm just having this there. And I didn't know. People, came in and they were saying a whole lot of things to my staff that, this is what your madam is using.
The eagle.
Or your madam is using the eagle as juju, to bring people in. I'm saying, how do we think? So we can't even do anything good ourselves as human beings, as Africans, as Ghanaians. What at all is this? So for me, I have gone through a lot, but I thank God I'm here. I thank God I didn't give up.
You didn't give up?
Yeah, I thank God I didn't give up.
Did you always know that you were going to the beauty industry as a child?
No. So I had just finished, completed Form 5, and of course, 89, you wouldn't like to do this. So I wanted to be a nurse, a nurse or work in a bank or something, that thing. So I really wanted to be a nurse, but I tried. It didn't work out, and I was still home with my mom.
Pass?
I didn't pass. I didn't get the required grades to, So I was just helping my mom. My mom had just opened. My mom was a seamstress.
Okay.
And I was just there with her, and she opened a shop. She was a seamstress, but still she was having a tabletop maybe. So she said, okay, first you are here, you are not doing anything. So she opened another shop, close to her shop, for me, to sell groceries. We call it groceries today. Those days it was provisions.
Right.
So I was selling these things. It was, I remember I started with 2 tins of sardines and, few things, and after about 6 a year, the shop was almost full. So it was that time that I got to know that, okay, I can do something after all.
Right.
It's not all about, the white-colored job and all that, so I can do something. But I wasn't really sure of, doing these things. My mother was always encouraging me, Abuna, it's okay, you found something to do, but my mother wasn't really happy. Because I had finished school and something must be done. Do you understand?
So she wanted you to go back to school?
I think so. Our mothers.
But now she's very proud of you.
Yes, I think so. She's proud of me.
So First Choice, actually, like I said, you're a trend setter or a pace setter. I remember you started the whole trend of the yes, the bob hair that we were doing.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons why I was always coming there.
Now they call it it's a blank card.
The blank, way back.
Yeah,
You know,
and we're even doing the layers and all that. Yeah, I'm Kaneshi. 20 plus years ago.
But I'm actually 25 years.
You're what?
I'm 20. They know I'm 25. I remember when we first met, I was in Lego Level 100 when we first met, and you were so nice, so nice. I was like, wow, this woman is such a nice person. And every time you see me, you actually recognize me. It's quite surprising. Let's talk about the new trend that First Choice is bringing into the system. So layers. Now, what's this one called?
It's layered, but long layered.
Long layers. Do you have any new trend coming in very soon?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And I won't tell you. I won't tell you. Just wait for it. I mean, yeah, we always try by God's grace to come up with things, and I mean, it's been quite good. Yeah.
Because you keep changing things. Now, you don't do just the beauty. What else do you do? Aside hair, there's makeup, there's children.
The kids salon?
The kids salon.
Yes. So we have the barbering shop, the beauty supply, the hair, Sanak hair showroom.
Yes.
You know, I'm wearing this.
Yeah. And the Sanak hair is of good quality. Yes. Very good.
Thank you. And we have the main salon where all these, braids, hair extensions, color, hair treatments, cut and style, my favorite.
Yes,
and
you
all
love
that.
to cut.
Yes, I love to.
But what made you start the children's
also have
salon, though?
Oh, so ladies come around with their kids, and I mean, you just have to look at what is happening and take advantage of it. And think about what to do to help people. So that is what we have been doing for all these years. And ladies were bringing their kids around, and I mean,
you decided
yes,
to do
I
it.
decided to
What
do
got
that.
you into sponsorship? Because you were sponsoring Miss Ghana, Miss Malaika, and all of that, Miss Legon, Face of Legon. What made you start sponsoring all that?
It's marketing. I think I got to a point where, things do change. You don't try to do same things for forever and expect anything to happen. As I told you earlier on, when I started, I didn't know anything about marketing. But when, I've actually come to where I know so many things are important. So I have a marketing team that works for us. I do that with them. So you don't just sit and say, oh, I can do this, so everybody would come to you. I mean, before, when you open a salon or a nail shop, whatever, you are sure that at least the people in your neighborhood would come to you, would patronize your service. But no, it's not like that. They are looking at where to get what. I remember an old lady came to me. Oh, this woman, I respect her so much. She is over 70, and her daughter was actually getting married. She came and said, oh, she calls me Auntie Fosti. I want your ladies to take care of my daughter, or she's getting married. I want them to do their hair. So I asked her, Auntie, so the makeup, do you... He said, oh, makeup, do you do makeup? Oh, I have called,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. I said, how did you get to know that lady? Also on social media.
Wow.
70 plus. So I said, okay. Then we have to do,
Same.
We have to start posting things on makeup and all that. So I'm saying all this because I don't really believe in being repetitive, just repeating things you have done. You have to find a way to make things happen. Just look at the trend, look at what is happening, and try to adjust. You don't just be a village champion and think things will work.
That's so true.
Yeah, you just have to find a way to make things work. I have over 80 people, working with us, and
you have over 80 workers.
Oh yes.
Wow.
But
some of them have stayed with you for more than 20 years.
Oh yes.
How have you been able to do that?
Grace.
Because we know that, people tell you entrepreneurship, your workers will keep going and destroying your business. How have you broken that?
I always say just treat people the way you want them to treat you. I don't really do much, but I try to do my best. You understand?
You pay them a lot.
Oh, it's not paying them. It's not. I have done that before.
Okay.
You know.
You bought a car for your worker before?
Oh yeah. I mean, I have done that before. I think to about 2-3 people.
Wow.
Yes, but that is not what I'm even talking about. So you're asking why do I get them to stay with First Choice for a long time? I don't really do much, but you have to treat people as you want them to treat you. You know, if it's A, just tell them it's A. Sometimes it's difficult to tell them, you know, the reality. But I mean, you don't hide anything from anyone. Just, I mean, treat them as you want them to treat you.
One of the questions that I know a lot of people want to know is to do with a personality that probably you used to style her hair, maybe a first lady or anybody like that?
Oh, a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
Which first ladies have you worked on?
Oh, so we've worked on the second lady of Liberia. She's still our client. She comes over. Sometimes she flies all the way.
From Liberia to Ghana to style her hair?
And do other things. You know, we have a spa, we have nails, you know, department and all that. So she comes. I think she loves the environment and all that. And it's peaceful. And yeah. And I'm proud of her. So simple. And sometimes she comes sitting there and so relaxed. And I'm asking my people, hey, this woman is a vice
How did
president.
she become your client?
How did she become our client?
Yeah, how did it all happen? How did she hear about First Choice, that she comes from Liberia to First Choice for this treat?
I'm not sure, but I give glory to God for what happens at First Choice. So I can't get to know everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So but for now, no first lady from Ghana or second lady from Ghana?
No.
Okay. But you have a huge clientele. It's like
By God's grace.
More of corporate women.
Yes.
How is that?
And I won't tell you who comes.
Because I haven't asked them. I haven't mentioned their names. Yeah.
But we have, you know, a lot of judges, you know, doctors, lawyers. I mean,
do you do home service as well?
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't market home service. You know,
Why?
Because I don't. You know, we have this huge place where we actually expect people to come and do other things. Because when they call you to come to their house, it's either they're asking you to do massage, one thing. But when they come, they get to see other things we have.
Right.
So even though we do that, but we don't encourage that.
So
because we have, I mean, if we are doing home service, this whole building.
It's a beautiful building.
We'll just be there.
How many branches do you have so far?
Oh, 2.
You have 2. So you shut down the others?
Yes.
Because I know you kept them for a while.
Yes, I did.
So why did you close them? Was it the patronage?
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so it wasn't the patronage. It was actually doing very well.
Okay.
They were all doing very well. But, you know, things changes and you just have to adjust. When I got married, when you get married, you have to, you know, those things.
Right.
You know, so I have 3 kids by God's grace.
Oh, wow.
So when I gave birth to my firstborn, I realized things wasn't the same. I didn't have time to do, you know, things that I used to do. And it really affected me. I wouldn't just sit down and allow things to just go the way, you know, you want to go. I want to see things going well. And I think I was so into everything that was happening around First Choice because it was, I mean, basically everything was around myself and my team. And I was playing a major role. I still do that. And so when I started giving birth, my firstborn came, and I couldn't really adjust well. You know, because today is this, you know, tomorrow is that. And I told myself, no, you can't be everywhere. Just let some of them go.
Right.
Do you understand? Yeah. So, I mean, we started like that. And when I started...
So did you have to let any of your workers go?
No.
I thought your workers kept them.
Yeah, I kept all of them. I actually... So I didn't just close the shops. I had people working in those shops.
Yeah.
So what I did was... So, for instance, the Mateku one, there was a lady who was managing the place. So I told her, look, this is what I intend doing. So, but I want to give the salon to you anyways. But it wouldn't be for free. You have to do something to prove you can handle it yourself when I give it to you. So I gave her a target, and she did well. And I gave it to her.
You gave the salon to her for free?
Oh yeah, she had, but she had to prove she could do it.
But you still gave it to her for free?
Do I have to say for free? She worked with us for some time, and
Wow.
yeah, she deserved it. And even the Matahiko one too was the same. We actually took her through the same thing, but she did super well. She did super well. She actually, and she's still doing well.
So you've given 2 of your branches out to...
It wasn't for free. They worked for that.
Yeah, but it was just a target, and after keep it. So they changed the name?
Yes, they changed the name. They have to change the name.
God bless you. People hardly do this.
Amen.
I saw on social media a lady who was saying that her workers had stolen from her. Did you ever experience anything like that?
That one, yes, of course. I mean, we are human beings. Things like this do happen. It happens everywhere, even in churches. Do you understand?
So what do you do to those workers, those who steal from you and you catch them?
So, sometimes we have to think beyond what you want to do. Do you understand? Emotional intelligence is very important. There is a reason why, or there are reasons why people do what they do. Because when they do that, I call them. Some of them, I call them and I tell them, look, I have security cameras all over, about 16 security cameras.
Right.
So when we get to know that this person has done this, I call them and I talk to them. I tell them, look, you don't have to do that. If you need something, just talk to us, talk to someone. Even if you think coming to me is not difficult at first choice. But if you think, no, I don't want to go to her, you can talk to someone. There are a lot of people around you, talk to them. Don't do that again. And sometimes they sit in front of me and they'll be crying. We all human beings, we err. We have
you don't
flaws.
sack them?
Because you have stolen? I haven't done that before. I don't think so. I don't remember.
Wow.
Even recently something happened and I didn't. So we called these people and we spoke to them. I don't think I've done that before. You've stolen and no, I don't think so. If I've done that, I don't remember. But no. If I've done that to you, please call and let us know. But I don't think I've done that before. I don't think so.
What's your greatest achievement?
Greatest achievement? And I'm a child of God. And even though sometimes it's very difficult, I still encourage myself to do what's my Creator wants me to do. And that is my greatest achievement.
We like that. You have an eyelash line as well.
Yes, choice lashes. Beautiful lashes. You have to try them.
I'll come and try.
We have different length, different.
Yeah. I think we should just say it on television that you'll be sponsoring us very soon.
I should say that on television.
Yeah, so that my boss will say that. Yeah.
I have been telling you this all the time.
So Fresh Choice will be on board changes very soon. So we'll be working together. Yes. It's very important that we do something together. Yeah, because this is Joy Prime and this is First Choice.
This is First Choice. What is First Choice?
It's First Choice.
First Choice.
Yeah.
Total beauty solution.
Yeah. So how do you feel whenever you see your building?
So the first time I saw this building, I cried. I was pregnant with my second daughter. And I was like, ooh, wow. This is indeed what God has done. Because at that time, I knew where I came from. And for me to see something like that, I said, wow, this is not me. This is not anyone. This is good.
3 children. Which
children.
of your children do you think has taken your talent?
I was saying Nanama.
The girl. She loves to do the hair.
Yeah, she loves to do the hair. She's actually so creative and, she loves to do things. And when I ask her, Nanama, so would you like to say, please don't go there. Please allow me. Allow me to think through it. Allow me.
All right.
So we always have to give our kids that space, to be who God has called them to be. You understand? Because myself, I didn't know I would be here. And I'm here. So it's all what God wants to use them for.
So sometimes you get amazed at where you are. Do you have any regrets?
Regrets? No. I don't think so. You know, sometimes you feel like, you know, this is too much for me, and why are people treating me this way because I try to do my best, and you know, you don't also know what people are going through, you know, to get things done for you. So, I mean, you think this way, and you also have to think about what people are also trying to do for you. It can't always be you. You know, when you always look at what you are doing and what you are helping people, you always get disappointed and you always want to give up. But if you are also thinking about what people are also doing for you, but because it hasn't been me alone, it has been a lot of people at First Choice, wonderful people working at First Choice and all that. Have, you know, this.
Yeah, I've seen some of your work for past 20 years. They've been with you.
Oh, yeah, some of them have.
You're such a good woman.
Oh, to God be there. I do my best. I wouldn't say I am a good person. I mean, but I try to do my best.
Do you ever get angry?
Angry, yes.
You don't look like it.
Oh, yes. You know, but, you know, I've told you that when you get angry, you don't have to allow that to push you to do things.
More of emotional
you just have to,
intelligence.
Yes. You just have to, I mean, look at, you always have to understand the consequences of your actions. So if you're angry, you don't start throwing things away because you're angry. And so what? You're angry and so what? Do you understand? You are in the salon, you just heard something and you're angry all over. The person that came to you to take a service doesn't know what is happening. So you don't even have to let them know as a leader. Do you understand? So you always have to find a way to.
Fantastic. We actually have enjoyed this conversation with you, but you are working all the time. What do you do to release your stress?
I go home, watch movies, you know. I love to watch this program on DSTV, The Voice and British Got Talent. Those
you love the reality shows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes I'll just sit and watch. I'm like, hey, Matsahacho. Yes, especially The Voice. So I watch that. And
okay. Well, Joy Prime, you're bringing
Sundays.
Yes.
All that. Yeah.
We have a new show coming up on Joy Prime. I think you'll love it. We actually have a lot of reality shows. We have cooking show for children. We have a singing show. We have other shows coming up too. So you definitely love it. Yeah, and of course Changes is also coming. So you love it.
What is coming?
It's a lifestyle show called Changes.
Oh, Changes.
Yes, that's the one that you're coming to sponsor.
Yeah.
I'm the host. So I'm the host.
Okay, so come.
I'm coming. Yeah. So you come and sponsor.
I'm coming is what I've heard from you for years. I'm coming. I'll come. But I know you're a busy person. I respect you.
Don't worry. Next week I'll be there.
Bruh.
I'll be there. So we can seal the deal. Thank you so much for being here today. We are super grateful. What's your favorite gospel tune? Let's sing a little bit of it before we go.
Blessed assurance.
Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, and heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washing His blood.
Hallelujah.
I'm sorry. Were you singing in a choir or something? Were you a part of a choir?
When I was in school. When I was in secondary school.
Oh, Ajo!
I completed secondary school 89.
What? Secondary school 89?
Yeah, 89.
Thank you for being here.
Nyami
Shao. We are grateful. And of course, First Choice can be found on the Spintex Road. And you can also go contact them on social media. The name there is
First Choice Salon.
First Choice Salon. Thank you so much for being here. We are super
Thank you so much for having me.
You are most welcome.
Always looking beautiful.
Thank you. So make sure you patronize in First Choice. They are on the Spintex Road. You want to say something?
Your First Choice is your total beauty solution. Come over. I mean, come with your family. Come with everyone. You know, we just refurbished our spa.
Oh, wow.
And it's looking, you have to come.
I'll be there.
You know, sauna, steam room and all that, everything. So
I'll be there.
Come.
I'll be there. It's a promise. I'm making it.
I mean, we are going through a lot of, things. You just have to come and relax.
We'll be there. So we'll be there as well. All right. So you know the man who is like, listen, let me say it like this. NKZ. You know, yeah. Guru is in the building, y'all. And he's our guest for the next conversation. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.